This is Decembre from Purpose Talk with Decembre. Today, you would not want to miss this broadcast. We are interviewing some amazing producers, directors, cast members of some awesome movies that are not only already airing, but that are coming up soon. Make sure you tune in. You won't want to miss it. We are back here once again on Purpose Talk with December, and I am here with Mr. Sinclair of Pen to Pen Publishing and Pen to Pen Multimedia. Please tell me about you. Tell me what got you into this career field.
Well, I started in the music thing, of course, when I was like a teenager. I grew up in the 90s when hip hop was still hip hop. And so I did music from the time I was 14 to like 19 years old. But simultaneously, I was kind of still in the streets, caught up doing my thing as well with that. And I got out the streets, went into the military, and I was like 19, and just changed my whole life around. And later on, some things happened that I was doing in the streets, and it led me to prison. And so when I was in prison, that's when I rediscovered my gift of penmanship. And so I started writing books back then and wrote my first book in 2003 and just kept going on and on from there. I secured a publishing deal before I left prison. I eventually got my case overturned, came home, full-time writer, and I founded Pen to Pen Publishing to put my books out initially. And then I got signed to the majors in 2016 or 17, give or take. And from there, I had a lot of experience about the industry. And so I repurposed my company to become an author services company where we publish books for other people.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So you can hold it. You're good. And so in doing that,
Mhm.
did you notice that it was hard to get your books published? I know you once had a pending deal,
Mm-hmm.
and that fell through.
Mm-hmm.
So did you find it hard to self-publish?
No, I don't even like to use the term self-publish. We
Okay.
independent publishing.
Okay.
Because self-publishing kind of has negative connotations, like amateurish connotations. So we say independent publishing. And the reason why is because the quality that we put out is just as good as the majors. But to answer your first question, no. I mean, it wasn't hard because we live in an era now where everything when it comes to business is direct to consumer. So once you change your mindset, it becomes easier for you to deliver the product because you know who your target audience is.
And you've published over 100 different authors.
Yes, as a company we have.
Are they all from here?
No, all over. Some still. We publish. You know what? One of our biggest sellers, we published his book when he was still inside prison.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So we publish from all types of books: fiction, nonfiction, memoirs, biographies, cookbooks. We've done it all. Children's books.
Now, you kind of touched on it and you skipped over it.
Mhm.
The recidivism rate is extremely high.
Yes.
And a lot of the young men and women who
Mhm.
are incarcerated, unfortunately, should not have the sentences they have. They
Correct.
should not. We all know that.
Correct.
The justice system is not fair. And they have a story to tell. Did you
Yes.
find a lot of your authors to be
Yes.
those that are incarcerated?
And so the funny thing is, and this is why, so with Pen to Pen, our price points are set so that we can get people books out who may not have had an opportunity to get them out by going with the majors. Because like myself, if it wasn't for me, if someone wouldn't have taken a gamble on me, I would have never got my story out. And a lot of times we tend to ostracize people who have been inside, right?
We do.
But I'm a testament that they're just some of the most talented people I've ever met have been in prison, and they just need opportunity. So tying in with your question, what we like to do is two things. The reason why the recidivism rate is so high is because people lack gainful employment when they come home.
Right.
That's one. Two, they get left behind. They have a lot of people in prison. They're renegades, but they just found to do it in a negative way, right? Because your renegades are going to be your visionaries. Martin Luther King was a renegade, right? Malcolm X was a renegade. The renegades are who changed history. So a lot of these brothers and sisters back there, they have that renegade spirit, but they don't have a opportunity to get it out in a proper manner. So when we do their books, we give them a new opportunity to have a new career, a new life, new income stream, and everything, and it helps curb recidivism.
Awesome. So now let's move on a little further.
Okay.
Let's talk about your production company.
Yes.
You have some amazing films out, correct?
Thank you. Yes.
4 films. What are you working on now?
Working on a few at one time. We're working on The Setup Part 2. Working on another one called Sex Mogul, another one called Carmen, and I just inked something with another company. I'm gonna keep it quiet right now.
Okay.
Yes.
And where can we watch these films at?
You can watch them on Tubi. The Setup right now is one of the top films on Tubi right now. It's a crypto crime thriller. So that in itself sets in a different genre, right? Because not a lot of black films deal with crypto, and even though this isn't a black film, we understand that we have a different type of culture and different type of language. So we're trying to help our people learn about the crypto space.
Okay. And in your casting calls,
yes.
Now, when you do casting calls, what are you looking for?
Other than just talent,
Right,
just kidding.
other than just talent.
The small things, dedication. Can they be punctual? Can they learn the lines? Because like going forward, like we do table reads before we shoot, right?
Okay.
I'm that producer / director that will fire an actor at a table read.
As you should.
Because if you're getting paid to do a job, the least you can do is that part of the job. Right. So what we're looking for is, aside from talent, sometimes, people just have it. They just have that it factor. And that's one thing we're looking for. But dedication and commitment to the project, punctuality, it's the little things. Because at the end of the day, any producer or director can kind of put somebody in that position. Right. It's the little things that make the big difference.
In writing your film, are you the only writer? Are you a Tyler Perry?
Nah.
You're the only writer on everything?
I have help. I have a writing partner. I have help. But you got to remember, I have 18 books of my own, so there's a lot of content. Okay. But it's just a matter of structuring them together. The writing the books and writing the films are two different, correct. Mm-hmm. So it's a whole different discipline. But for right now, I have a lot of my own, but I have writing partners as well. Okay. And I'm open to more writing partners as well, too. Okay. You just got to make sure the business is good, that's all.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be back in a few minutes. You all know we have to pay those sponsors, and they have to pay us. So we'll be back in a few minutes on Purpose Talk with Decembre and Mr. Sinclair.
I mean, cryptocurrency is simple, bro. It's just money you can use in a digital transaction. You put all your bread on this stick, bro. Simple as that.
Once I get the passwords, man, then I can take the passwords, I can take the coins and flip it on over to another account.
So you mean, tell me I'm gonna give you my real money. You gonna give me this stick?
You got the stick on you right now?
But check the science, though. Nobody gonna know what's on that stick but you, bro.
Chino and Lean are gonna take the money and they're gonna run off.
Hey! Boss lady is the one that put everything together.
Boss lady?
And she the key to the crypto game.
Think it's a game?
Mother.
Got it.
You set me up.
No! I need her so I can clone all these accounts, man.
This is pressure, make the pipe burst. I call Poppy for the night work. Sleeping with the enemy, making life worse. They try to set me up to wet me up.
Think I'm playing? Yo, you got a week. That's it.
I'm gonna get the monies cleared. Just give me like 4 weeks. I got it.
So we're gonna handle things the way you wanna handle things for now. Until I don't feel like handling things like that no more.
They try to set me up to wet me up. They try to set me up to wet me up. They try to set me up to wet me up.
And we are back here once again on Purpose Talk with Decembre. Guys, I have just had the amazing chat, the most amazing chat with Mr. Sinclair. Now I am here with his cast, other directors, writers, producers, some of the greatest people, because we all know it takes a village. And a village doesn't just mean in children, but it means in entertainment. It means in anything that we do. It takes a team and a village. So here is his village. Guys, welcome to Purpose Talk. Thank you for being here today. And I'm going to give you the microphone. I want you to introduce yourself. Tell me what you do on Pen to Pen.
Hi, my name is Mika Ray, and I'm an actress for Pen to Pen Publishing.
Yes, my name is Quincy Bonds. I also play an actor for Pen to Pen Publishing. Also, one of the books that he published was my children's book. So I'm also, I could be considered on the writing side too.
Hi, I'm Kathy Taylor, and I'm one of the producers, set design, and also I'm under Pen to Pen Publishing with my book as well.
Awesome. Keep the microphone.
Okay.
So tell me, you're a producer. So tell me, what is it that you have produced? And do you like what you're producing?
You mean as far as this project outside of? Okay, yes. So I am line producer, associate producer on the project, and yes, I actually love producing in general, but working with Mr. Sinclair, he makes the job fun and easy, and he kind of let me have my way. He kind of listens to me, so he's easy to work with. And
Why don't you tell them about the other 1,000 projects you have going? Yes, she don't let her. Just let her. Come on, that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Go ahead, tell them.
Well, right now we're talking about the setup, and with the setup, also, yes, I had the opportunity to also. I'm an event planner also, so it comes easy as far as doing the set design, so I can jump in and wear multiple hats. And Shaun's right hand, whatever he needs me to do, I'm there and I make it happen.
Right, she slaps people. She the right hand.
I will kind of get everybody in check on set. So.
Tell me, while you got the microphone, tell me about acting.
Okay, so acting a fool when I was younger, and they were like, "No, we putting you on stage because otherwise you might end up in jail." So I ended up at a young age, all through middle school every summer, Paul Robeson School of Performing Arts, and did all that, and then came to Atlanta, went to Morehouse, kind of put my acting career on hold until I graduated, and then went back to film school. So my biggest role was on House of Pain with Tyler Perry. I played a character on the show. But in the setup, I get the privilege of playing a gangster. Yeah. I get to snipe people. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming for the bag, okay? And so it was just a joy to get to work with Shaun on that level, get to play kind of a mean guy instead of having to be funny all the time, and just enjoying it. Enjoying the script is amazing. The movie's amazing, and looking forward to more.
And for you, tell me, what got you into acting?
What got me into acting was music was too expensive. Yeah, so I record and I write music, and I'm independent, so every song usually costs me around like $2,000, $2,500 every time I record if I'm, getting it professionally mastered and etc. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get back into acting because I acted in college and throughout school. I was always into acting, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna take this route, and it's actually worked out a lot better for me with acting for my music.
Because her song is the lead single from the setup. So when you watch the movie, that song at the end, that's hers. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you DJ and you play her song. Okay, great. Right. And I was sitting there looking at you when you walked in. I said, God, I've seen him somewhere. I'm thinking it was in a sports cafe. That's my spot. Right. Might have been Walmart. Might have Target. Yup. Now I see why you there. I see why you here. I got you. But you all seem like such a great family. I see the connection, the joy. Is that what really it's all about in making a good movie? I've interviewed so many directors, and a lot of times you can see the
Jealousy.
yeah, you can see we all just here to get a check. But seeing you all together, it's like you all live in the same household.
Let's do it. Thank you.
Right, I got you. Look, just tell me when. But that's what I see with you all. You all have such a connection and a bond. Do you find that is what's necessary to make a good film?
1,000,000%. And it's funny because in addition to my films, I worked on other sets and other productions as well. And so I kind of took our chemistry for granted until I got on those other sets. And I'm like, good God, it felt like a job.
Right.
Like for me, I don't like to do anything that feels like work. Like this is my passion and my purpose. So I never feel like I'm working when I'm doing it. But on these other sets, it felt like work. I'm talking about I was coming home after 16-hour days, tired. And so yes. So for me, again, to your original point about the cast as well, we have to see some type of synergy there. I know what our core is. I know what we're bringing to the table. So if you're going to conflict with that core, we can't have you. It's not worth it.
I like it, boy. You just preached to me. I almost got up and shouted. No, but I do agree. You have to have that, as you said, synergy together to sync yourselves and just to just get along and perfect and make a good film. Now, let's talk about the setup.
Yes.
Without telling the beginning, the middle, and the end, kind of give me what is the basis. Like, kind of give me the trailer, talk about the trailer, but give it to me, and what do you all do in the setup?
Look good. So the setup is about a guy who infiltrates a cryptocurrency firm to steal millions in crypto codes, but he ends up falling in love with the boss's wife, right? And so now it comes where he has to basically make a choice between his crew love or his new love. And so when he makes that choice, there's consequences to that. And so that's pretty much what it's about. But that's the basis of it. But beneath the surface, it's really about love. Like even in my writing career with my books, I like to always play like what are the limits of love. I like to play on the forbidden type love things, right? Like one of my best-selling books is called Forbidden. And so I like to keep that theme going. So with this book, with this movie, it's forbidden because he has an allegiance to his team, yet he's falling for her. She's married, by the way, so she's supposed to have an allegiance to her husband, but she's falling for this guy as well. All right? And so that's the plot points. But there's choices and consequences. So there are consequences to the choice of breaking the allegiance. And so that's pretty much what it's about. Right.
Did you find it hard to play in any of this role that you're doing?
I didn't find it hard, but I had to put myself mentally in a position of being abused. And, I think as women, we've all at some point, even men, have, been through situations where we felt neglected, not seen. So it was just, you just don't like getting into that space, but, it worked.
You understand?
Yep.
What do you do? What is your role?
So I play Paco, and he is, for lack of a better word, he's a killer. Grew up single parent household, raised by his grandma, out in the streets, kind of kid that just probably never caught a break when he was little, and so as an adult, he's decided that there's no remorse. There's no God, there's no spirituality, there's no remorse. And if you mess with the money, somebody's going to end up missing.
Did you have any role in playing in writing the movie?
No, I'm just on set. They call me the mother on set because I'm usually making sure everything is done, all of the needs are being met, and I will get you if you get out of pocket. What? See, this one. So, yes, I think it was funny. We got on set and needed things changed around, and literally I'm running out to the store, buying things, sheets and comforters, changing stuff out really quick just so Miss Mika Ray could shine. And you have to see it so you can see where she was shining, because she was bare. Cover her butt.
That's the mama. So on location, was it hard to find location?
It's funny you keep saying hard. To me, that's the fun part, though. So No, it's not hard. Well, I'm a teen, so yes, and to me it's not hard because I let right, right. So being the director and producer, right? I put on my producer hat, but on this when I'm in it, I like to depend on my people. So she know we capture the vision at first, and she knows what we're looking for, and we go out and look for it. But to me, it's not hard because it's fun. It doesn't feel like work, right? But yes and no. I'm real specific about what I want, and so that's the hard part, getting that, having to pass on certain things. But for the most part, that's all the fun part of it. I just love filmmaking. It's just fun.
Okay, now, one thing I've known about just acting, directing, and having a busy schedule, relationships, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives. When you're acting, as you two do, and I know you're the directors and producers, but in acting, do you? Are you acting? Okay, so you do some acting. Okay. Okay. Well, in acting, do you all find it hard to be in a relationship because of the jealousy, the long hours, any of that? Do you all find that difficult?
What you think, babe? I mean, me? Nah, so, nah. So, the long hours, like I said, on our set, well, we're together. So we work together.
Oh, amazing.
And so she's there as well. But on the other sets I'm working on, those long hours kind of can because we have a young son as well, and so those hours, if I'm out there, then she has my back, and so it can be a lot. It can be a bit challenging, but that's the fun part again, right? It's just all fun, but it can be. As far as insecurities, we know what we're doing. We it's a job to do because there's a kissing scene. Mind you, I was directing. There's a kissing scene in the movie, and I had.
Several little scenes in the movie.
Yeah, I was like,
I said she's the Robin Givens.
Right.
She's multiplying.
Facts. But nah, I'm secure though. I'm secure and she's secure, so it is what it is. It's a job, Now,
Do you find it uncomfortable kissing another man when your man is producing?
No, because one, he wrote it in there, and so you knew it was coming. And two, I never remember the kiss for some reason. Like, even on other sets, like when I'm in that position and I'm kissing, I can't. It's like I go somewhere else in my head, and I barely can recall the kiss. And I be all into it. You'll think that she was about to go in, but I'm like, all right, cut. All right, cool, thanks, good job. So nothing for me.
For me, no, it hasn't really been a problem because just like everybody else's sentiment, it's work. My spouse understands that. She's supportive. There's never any, Now, there's a movie coming up that I haven't told her everything yet. I'm going to tell her the day before we go and be like, listen. Oh, well, she probably don't watch. But if she does, babe, I love you. It was just a scene, okay? I kept my shirt on at least. So I'm just but I find that no, because we joke a lot and we laugh a lot. And so she understands that like it's work. It's work. And it doesn't, when I come home I let it go. I don't bring anything home with me from the set. So
One more thing though, I think that also with who we are, and I mean it's speaking for me and I know it's speaking for him, we wouldn't be able to have partners that could not accept what we do. So that would probably be the end of our relationships because we choose to put our art first. Our art is a part of us. So if you accept, you have to accept all of us, and this is who we are. So they would have to skate anyways.
they would have to skate.
Yeah, they would have to skate.
They would have to skate. Yeah, get out.
Well, this has been nothing but a pleasure. I have enjoyed sitting with you all. You are an amazing group of individuals together and just by yourself. You are amazing. And I look forward to everything. Guys, remember, you can catch them on Tubi, all of the amazing movies. I'm going to have to list it at the end of the show because it was so much. But I want you all to tune in onto Tubi. Just Google all of the movies, watch them, catch them. Let's bring their streaming numbers up through the roof. Let's bring it up, let's bring it up, let's bring it up, let's bring it up. Because we know we love Tyler Perry. We love you. but he's not the only producer in Georgia. There are some amazing directors and producers, so let's bring them up even the more. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here, for letting me interview you. I can see more and more interviews coming with this group of individuals, but you can catch Purpose Talk every Wednesday, 10 a.m. You can catch it in LA, New York, Atlanta, glorystar TV, directtv, over 80 million homes worldwide. We look forward to seeing you all again on Purpose Talk with Decembre. See you again next week.